It's week 5 of the NFL, and we're going to look here at wideout A.J. Brown. Coming off a real nice game, 100 yards in that one. It's the Eagles and the Cards coming up next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
First carry for James Conner. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 11 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Murray giving to Conner on the draw. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Sanders. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The Eagles are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And if we look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Let's face it, anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits in this era of high-flying offenses, that's saying something.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Over the middle, it's complete. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gainwell going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
They start with a give to counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Murray now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. Murray now on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Taking down right now the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. You can't have a drive go further without scoring than this, but that last yard sometimes can be the toughest. This is third and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Emerson Griffin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Murray going to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kingsley Kiki in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the 1st half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They start the drive with Connor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Murray. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. To Connor on the check down. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Murray. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got a man. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Throwing his Hurts.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Everson Griffin. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Well, this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this one is incomplete. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. Everson Griffin, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt.
And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Throwing on 1st down is Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
A rare defensive win against a scrambling quarterback who's been working on a 100-yard game on the ground. Not the direction we've seen him running most of today. This time he goes backwards.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Dancing away at the 35. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The incredible story of James Conner continued with one of its best chapters yet in 2021. Landing in Arizona, Conner was 2nd in the NFL with 15 rushing touchdowns and made his 2nd career Pro Bowl. The Cards gave him a new 3-year deal, ensuring that his story will continue into the future.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half, 10-7 our score. First down, Murray. Flush to his right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 2nd and 10, Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. And this a 39-yard attempt. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And McCoy loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 31, Murray, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Van Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Aaron Rodgers, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Extra point good by Prater, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Brian Poole, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go option to the short side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. But this time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Scott. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 16. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down pickup there by new Eagle Zach Pascal, who started for 3 years in Indianapolis and broke 600 yards in 2 of them.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. Second down, back to Sanders. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Hurts will throw. That's caught at the 1. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Connor, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
To throw, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On the draw, Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Caught by the tight end Hurts. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray on the slant. DeAndre Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Murray now on first down. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Room here to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Personal foul. Unnecessary running. Defense. No.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Bulldozes past him, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured, or at least shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Right, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Murray trying again after the pick-6. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
So out now come the Cardinals. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Murray. His throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Murray to air it out again. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Ertz and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now Sanders. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Here comes Dortch on the return. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.